And we are live. Let me get my headphones set, fellas. Welcome to another show, family. It's your man Aaron Ferris of Blackmentravels. And I wanted to do this show's topic uh, because of the upcoming elections. Right now, I'm in Medellin, Colombia, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. They did pull a quarantine on the weekend of Halloween. So it was supposed to be Halloween in Medellin, but unfortunately, it's more quarantine in Medellin right now. Some of the COVID cases have spiked. What I'm hearing, one of the girls was telling me that, not one of the girls, but my girl was telling me that her cousin works in the hospital here, and the beds are full with corona patients. So they basically pretty much shut down the city over the weekend because Halloween is a very big holiday out here. So they didn't want to see a spike in cases. So you can't even buy alcohol right now, and the curfew is at 10 o'clock. Excuse me. So right now, I thought this would be a perfect time to do a show. Like I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, brothers. If you haven't been to Medellin or Colombia, you should definitely check it out. Um, Good vibes, very tranquil, very relaxing. Definitely get your Spanish game up because there's nothing worse than talking to a beautiful woman and she don't understand what you're saying. Really, you don't. I mean, the translator works cool, but if you know Spanish, you hitting 100 miles an hour out here. You know. But the reason for this topic for the night, fellas, was I was listening to the brother Tariq Nasheed's show. I think he did the show a couple of days ago, and he made a comment that was very revealing because I've been saying this for a very long time. Maybe not so much publicly, but he was just basically saying that this right here is the black man's dark ages. This is our version of the dark ages, living under a form of oppression. And I know there's a lot of guys don't like to hear it like that because what you're going to have is a lot of brothers saying that, hey, man, we're not oppressed. I'm successful. I'm making more money now. This is great. This is great. Not understanding as far as a group of men that they have all types of ways to hinder our progress. They don't mind a few brothers falling through the cracks. They don't mind a few brothers being successful personally in their own lives. What they are scared about, generally speaking, is things to go back to where they were for 700 years for them, which meant a lot of brothers don't know the history, where black men were known for being successful and wealthy. We owned all the trade routes. We had the militaries. We had the education. We had the colleges. The reason why they called everything new and from the 1500s is those Europeans were just leaving Europe. We had already dominated the globe. We went into foreign cultures with trade, not war. We educated foreign cultures all around the world. So when you talk about group success, groups of black men being back on top, that's what they have an issue with. Because if black men get on top and are able to dominate economically, then the women are no longer going to breed with them. You see what I'm saying? Brother Brand, you're in the building. What's going on, Brother Brand? Down here in Medellin, just chopping it up about the political process. And what I'm trying to say is, brothers, we can't really vote. Brothers, we can't really vote our way out of this. All right? The political process was never designed for really black people in general to be successful. And I see a lot of pandering going on social media. They're really clamoring for that black male vote. Let me tell you, brothers, they really are. Because they're not worried about what your woman is voting for. They worried about if 21 million black men are done with the political process, then the only thing that comes next is possibly violent aggression. Because we're no longer participating in that little Ferris wheel, that little game. Brothers are becoming more educated with this. But I do see a lot of, a lot of brothers. I see Diddy and Charlemagne doing some type of show where they like, yo, the black women are our leaders. And I'm sitting here like, really, bro? Are you fucking serious? If that's the case, they haven't been doing a really good job. Black man, we got to take the responsibility and accountability of where we're at right now as a group of men. When your enemy basically is negotiating with your woman, that's a problem. He doesn't even have the common respect to negotiate with you. Every society in the world is controlled by the man, not the woman. So for Diddy and Charlemagne to be like, yeah, our women are just so great, they're the leaders of our movements and black women rock. I say, yeah, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? You trying to push women into a role that they're traditionally not meant for. They're not meant to create and rule over societies. Look at the condition that most of these black communities are in that are ran by black female mayors. And that's not a shot at the sisters. It's just the truth. Look at these communities. Look at the dysfunction in these communities. And Diddy's going to say that these are the least, this is our last, this is our hope. No, brothers, we got to step our game up. We got to travel around the world, make business connects. That's what we got to do. We can't participate in this little rat race maze they got going on. We're not going to be able to vote our way out of this. There's nothing you can tell me to say that, oh yeah, if 21 million black men just vote for either Trump or Biden, that's going to solve our solution. I understand the political process as far as the local elections. I get all that, folks. But as far as achieving power as a group of men, do you think that the Europeans were able to vote the Moors out of Spain? No, they had to utilize other ways. It was a lot of manipulation that they did. This white male is so disrespectful. He won't even clarify and just tell you that he's in a war with you because he doesn't respect us enough to even just be upfront with it. He has to go around like a sly fox and go behind your back and try to talk to your woman and say, hey, that nigga there, he ain't nothing. You sister, you smarter than him. We'll give you these benefits. Let me read some of the comment section, brothers. Osama Abdul, what's going on, brother? It does boil down to reproduction, Vanley. It does boil down to reproduction. At the end of the day, the one that controls the pot of gold gets to reproduce the most. And they do not want to see millions of brothers at the top economically again, because truth be told, there have only been two races of men that have dominated this world, no matter what nobody tells you. And I'm not talking about the Asiatic man. They had their own thing going on. But I'm talking about, for the most part, it's been black men, all right? And right now, recently, it's the white European man. And it's funny, man, because they're not even truly pandering to the white male like that. The white male, they know he's just going to go get some guns. They're going to group up and want to terrorize some shit. You see the commercials where they're interviewing, which is like basically a commercial for white supremacy. They're interviewing this white guy with a whole bunch of guns. They just like, yeah, we're just going to take him out. We're going to take the left out, which basically means black people, right? And I'm sitting here like, this dude had like a basically like a doom buggy. He has a whole bunch of guns. And I'm like, you think brothers just going to be running up to y'all houses or something with no guns? You think it's just going to be that easy? That's the problem that a lot of white men will face. Thinking that it's just such a cakewalk, that's just going to be so easy. You don't go into war like that. In war, it's going to be always blood on both sides, bro. You can't hit everybody from the sky like a coward. You're going to have to eventually walk through some of these neighborhoods. And brothers ain't going to be just sitting there like sitting ducks. They're really worried about this. They want to bring a civil war to America. All these dudes who want to be, I guess, the new form of General Lees, they're weak, man. They're cowards. Upset that they can't really dominate their own women. everything is the black man's fault somehow. Everything is our fault, even though we don't even really dominate any true industries. It all boils down to racial aggression of the black man. Everybody's worried about what the brothers is doing. And I'm gonna tell you, man, down here in Medellin, brothers, man, if you got some your Spanish game going, you winning. You winning out here. I was in the grocery store yesterday, man, and they just stared. They just stared. Something about them, us brothers, man. I'm telling you, around the world, women just your masculinity just attracts a lot of attention, bro. It attracts a lot of attention. Let me go look to the comment section real quick. Let me post that. Brother Osama Abdul says, I live in PG County, which is the wealthiest black area in America. The liberal policies from black female leadership are causing our country to be a haven for undocumented immigrants. My brother Gary Oliver says, doesn't matter who you vote for, nothing will change. Exactly, Gary Oliver. I'm telling you, man, you know what I saw yesterday that was really disturbing? First of all, they thought that by them putting the pretty, red bone, and I don't know, some people might not think Kamala is pretty. I think she looks okay. I'm pretty sure she was pretty back in her day. But they really thought getting Joe Biden to get a black, light-skinned female vice president was almost going to secure the black male votes. They know we know them brothers love them light-skinned women, and it didn't work. So I'm looking on social media yesterday, and I see a rap video with Joe Biden. Like they're taking Joe Biden's words and meshing them with, a civil rights leader's words, which is hella disrespectful. And they're making a rap music video. Then I see strippers talking about poll the vote or something. I'm sitting here like, oh, this is for us, brothers. They do not give a damn how black women vote. Understand that. They want you to keep participating in the political process, because if you abandon that and you stop participating in that, like I say, that maze of non-progression, they're going to start to get worried. What are the mindsets of 21 to 25 million black men? We got to understand, man. Look at what the damage that one black man does, bro. Michael Johnson. They scrubbed the internet, the video of that brother that was in the army. I think he was in the Army of the Marines. I apologize if I'm wrong, but they scrubbed the video. I don't know if y'all saw the actual video of what Michael Johnson did. He was taking it to them. He was running towards these dudes, knocking them off. They had to send a robot to take that brother out. This is one black man. Had the whole city shut down. The brother, I think his name is Brian something. The brother down in Atlanta that worked for UPS, bro, who shut the whole city down. Killed the judge, killed the sheriff. This is one black man. Had all Atlanta, and I told, and I was the one. I was looking at the news, and I said it was this big manhunt for this brother, right? And I'm not condoning what he did. I'm just saying it was a big manhunt in Atlanta for this brother. And I said to my girl at the time, I said, "Oh, he just hopped on Marvin." They weren't even intelligent to know that if he was, he wasn't gonna be hiding no abandoned house. He just hopped on Marvin so he could blend in, and that's exactly what he did. Then you had the former police officer out there in, I believe it was L.A. These are just one black man. One black man will shut the entire city down, bro. They will blow up, send $1 million in machines to blow a brother up. They was too cowardly to even go at that former police officer. Like I said, I'm not condoning what these brothers did, but out there in California, they shot up the house or burnt the house down. Come on, man. If you don't think they worried about black men, they are. No matter what, and they see that, they know that black men are getting, harassed by police more. They wanted to show, I've been telling people this, They want to show that, you know, white America is a white nation ran by white people. So the aggression really came after Obama's success, and Obama turned his back. He didn't do anything about it when he should have. When the FBI told him what was going on, that police law enforcement was being infiltrated by white supremacist groups, he turned his back. And now the whole country looks like a burning fucking building right now. MJB, what's good, brother? That's another thing. You know, it's really an insult. You know, it's an insult, man. The things that they be doing, pandering for the black male vote. Remember what I'm saying, fellas. They're not worried about how black women vote for the most part. They're not worried about that. What they're really worried about is they're seeing that this little matriarchy that they created is falling apart now. After years, it's falling apart. And you got black men who are extremely fed up. All right. We're coming to the table, and now we're saying, hey, you're gonna have to come with something legitimate. This whole tangibles conversation, don't get it twisted, it was created by black men. Black women didn't come up with that. And that's not a diss to the sisters, but it's just the truth. Black women didn't come up with this whole tangible and foundational Black American movement. Black men came up with that. Osama Abdul. Okay, we're talking about PG County. Okay. So I'm about to drop a link. I want to just get a few of the brothers' opinions. I've been flowing. I always flow for a few minutes first. And I just want to get brothers' opinions on what they think about this political process. And I know we have a lot of travelers in the group. Because I'm going to be honest with you, personally, I'm not even concerned with it because I think everybody's full of shit on both sides. And I'm going to say this, man. I see a lot of brothers kind of somewhat supporting Trump. And I really don't understand why. You know, I don't understand why he's such a phenomenon. Like, why are you caping for another man that you know doesn't have your best interest at hand? You know, he's meeting with little rappers and shit like that. You know, he's doing all these little gimmicks. How can you respect that? You know, personally, I don't give a damn about that dude. You know, I think he's a horrible president. Personally, I just don't understand the fan phenomenon with some brothers with this guy. You know, he does not have your best interest at hand, black man. So why would you even? I understand that he's conservative and he's trying to take away maybe some of the rights of not even rights, but some of the advantages that a lot of women have in these political these courtrooms, basically. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But eventually, yeah, of course, it's going to fall because America is not going to be able to continue to, you know, support people like that. Things are getting very real. Things are getting very real. The brother Andre from Love Crossing Borders said something that was very true today, very impactful. He said, America is just a business, man. America is not your home. You have most celebrities, most people with money. They do their business in America. They do a tour in America. And then they go back to Europe. I know Lenny Kravitz, I think, lives in Brazil. You know, the world is our home, fellas. The world is our home. Even if you make it to court, there is no justice. It's built on justice. I get it. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, fellas. Let me see if anybody wants to come on. What time? Oh, it's 9:36. I gotta make a play. Hold on, it's 9:36 already. Oh, it's 8:36 here. Okay, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I'm about to make a play soon, fellas. So I just dropped the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on and discuss their thoughts on the political process in America, you can hop on. Okay, we got the brother Branjuro. See if we can get this device connected. Go ahead and add it to the stream. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Let me turn off my TV. Hey, this is Brand Joe from Brands Around the World.
Man, what's how you living, brother?
Man, I've been trying to talk to you for the longest, man. I respect you. I think you're one of the hardest working brothers out here, for real. So,
oh man, I appreciate that, brother.
I saw you this afternoon talking to one of my. I mean, this guy's such a phenomenal person. Even a better person, Richie Rich. And
Yeah.
if you were Richie Rich, you're good people because he's a hell of a person, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, that's my dog right there, man.
Yeah,
we talking all the time.
Now I was listening to you and the stories you were giving about Cartagena and also Medellin. And I was listening to you and I was like, yeah, you look like you're having fun now. Hey, hello. I'm sorry. This is Branger from Brands Around the World. I'm just jumping in, trying to say hello to everybody, saying hello to you from Blackmentravels. Man, I'm enjoying your show, man. I'm a fan, like I said, man. I'm a big fan of yours. So
I appreciate that, brother.
I even have you on Facebook, so I'm always in there watching you. And I saw the commentary you did today.
Okay, yeah, for sure, man. I guess you just dropped off. So what do you think about this political process, man? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Lately, you see, I've gone through a lot of changes lately.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser. So now I'm not loyal to a political process, but my self-interest. And I don't want people to get mad at me or whatnot. But I'm into a self-interest. I'm into stocks. I'm into buying homes. I'm into retirement. So if you speak to me on my language, then I'll understand you and I respect you. What I think about Trump is I think that the brother is he's an elitist at the most. To say nice, he's an elitist. He basically don't give a damn about poor people as long as you're on his level and you fit his course. If you fit into his box, then you're his board. I'm into I'm into the stock market, so I'm deep into the stock market. So as far as the stock, he's doing some stuff on the stock side. But when he gets reckless and he throws Fauci under the bus and a whole bunch of people under the bus, and people don't respect his point of view because it's cluttered and it's just crazy when he's talking about the cure and putting bleach in people's skin, then the market seemed to be crashing because of his own doing. The same thing he said he's for, he's destroying. Right. And he doesn't give a damn. And my money, the stock market went crazy this week, and my money went down. And I'm like,
yep, mine too.
Me and you could be cool. I could laugh at you and all that, but when we talking money, I get serious real quick. So this week, the stock, Monday, Tuesday it was bad. Wednesday came up. Thursday, Friday came down, and I thought it's going. My stock is doing okay, but I think after the process this Tuesday, it's going to go back up because everything is basically this is a buyer's market in this stock. If I had some serious money and I want to be rich, I would put my money in the stock right now because I says, man, wow, look at the stock numbers. So as far as Trump, on a political side, I don't agree with most of the things he says. On my money side, he was moving the needle when it came to the stock prices and the Dow Jones. Then he started getting crazy. He was rattling on. What I think of him as a black man, let me just give you my perspective. As a black man, I think he's no good for us. That's what I personally think.
Okay.
I think, I'm going to talk straight to you. I think he's an elitist. I think he sees things on a margin. So if you somebody that follows his point of view, and if you move the needle, then he's cool with you. But for the most part, he doesn't have he doesn't think anything of poor people.
Right.
He can't understand why you're poor, and he has this mentality that you have no use for him or you have no place in society if you're a certain sector. Black people, women, he's a misogynist. So all that being said, and he panders to the people. If he knows that you have something, he basically he knows how to get to you. Put it that way. So that's what I think of Trump.
And what about Biden?
Biden, he's a politician. I think he has a good heart, but he basically in the 60s and 70s he was against us as a black people. Then I guess he came around. I like Obama better. I'm okay with Obama. Biden is okay. Like I said, I think if Biden wins, I think the interest rate is going to go up because right now we have zero interest rate and it's a great time to buy homes. But when Biden comes in, he's going to try to be fiscal. And when he tries to be fiscal, he's going to raise up the interest rate and he's going to try to do a few things and it's going to jack us up for a minute. He probably will balance it in another 1 to 2 years after Trump, if he's elected. But for me, I'm right now I'm doing real estate classes because I see bankruptcy. I'm trying to see the future. I see bankruptcy going all the way high if Biden is put in, because he's going to increase the interest rate. Once he increases the interest rate, most people, and people are underwater. If they're underwater, if you lost your job, if you have issues with money and any of those things, so if you're spending above your means, when the interest rate is brought up, you're gonna be drowning. So people are selling the home. So that's a good time for somebody like me or an investor to come in and invest.
Right.
So that's why I'm doing real estate classes right now.
So yeah, there definitely going to be some advances in the market soon.
And that's what I think. If Biden comes in, I mean, he's going to be good he'll stabilize the ship. But at the same time, with Trump, we were making money left and right because this guy didn't care. He slashed the interest rate, then he took it to zero. Who the hell puts the interest rate at zero?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, and people don't understand, as far as the sector, as far as buying home, that's at an all-time high. Even though we're in a recession, that's at an all-time high because there's no interest rate. So you can buy a house for 30 years with almost no interest right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man.
That's crazy. So I mean, like I said, I told my son that, and we were having this conversation because my son's a Democrat, and he was mad with me because I told him, I'm really not a Democrat, Republican. I vote for my self-interest. I'm going to do what people do. They vote for self-interest. If somebody's pro-abortion, they will vote for Republicans. If somebody is for homeless and stuff like that, they're going to vote Democrat. But for me, I vote for my self-interest. What are you offering us, my people, and me, and then the respect factor. So I'm voting on self-interest. But I do lean Democratic, though. I ain't going to lie.
And what do you think about the reparations argument with both parties, the tangibles? Do you think we're going to actually
reparations as far as black people?
Yeah, you think that any party's going to actually do it, or
no? Because it's just I'll give you an example. And the way I think of reparation, I think the same thing as that guy who invented the windshield wiper for Ford. Back in the days, a young man, he was a brilliant guy, and there was no windshield wipers on the car, so he kept on getting into car accidents. So he invented the windshield wiper, but he never got a license for it. So Ford kept on doing it. And years later, he tried to sue Ford, and he told them that he wanted money. And he took him to Supreme Court because he wanted money for the windshield wiper that he invented, and he did invent it. But by the time he sued them, if they were to pay him, they would have owed him billions and billions and billions of dollars, because like 20 years later. So they couldn't pay him because it would have bankrupted the company. I think that's what we had. If we'd have received this in the 1800s, maybe in the early 1900s, and a nice little check, we would have even forgot about it. But now with compound interest and what you owe us, man, we'll be rich as hell when we come in, and most of us going to throw that money away anyway. So I don't know about reparation, because how do you talk about your great grandfather's struggle when really, and I know that that's systemic with black folks. But then again, you got people like me. I am black, but I wasn't raised in this country. I'm Panamanian. So you're going to give me money? My parents were never slaves. Well, they lived in another country. So now you got a lot of Haitians, you have Africans, you have people who came from other countries. Are you going to give us money, which we had no part of it? So, because I'm Panamanian, my mother's Panamanian, my father's Panamanian. They go back to Jamaica or wherever it is. I wasn't born, I came here when I was 10. So my son is born in this country. Do you pay him for what? His parents never went to slavery in this country. So how you say who's who? So if they give us something that's nice, but at the same time, man, I think I guess I got this mindset that, hey, look, man, find loopholes in the law, get some money from the law, work your butt off, invest, stock market, 401k, Roth IRA, put some money away, make sure you have 4 or 5 stream of incomes coming in, make sure you build something for your future and your kids. And I think that's how you should be doing it, because at the same time, like I said, in my country, we don't have Social Security. When you're old, you just die. And most Spanish countries, if you've been to Colombia, we're paternal. The man runs the house. The women basically assist the man, and you got to do a whole bunch of stuff. But my thing is this: when my grandmother or people get older, they live with their parents. No, they live with the children. The children take care of them. So basically, the whole country is connected because we don't have Social Security. In this country, you have a lot of things that Spanish people don't have. You have social security, you have welfare, you have food stamp, you have if you have a whole bunch of stuff. So therefore, my father, I'll give you, and I know I'm talking a little, but my father always used to say, if I was born in this country, I'll be rich, because you guys got so much stuff that we don't have, that if you actually took advantage of everything you had, you'd be well off. That's what my father saw a white person that was poor. He's like, I don't understand this. How can white people be poor when they have all the advantages in the world? They have advantages that we do, and they're poor. That means they're real stupid. He used to always say that. He goes, that's a stupid person. You can't go after him. I go, what you mean? He goes, I don't understand how white people got they got all the laws towards them, and you're poor. Can't be. Can't be. So
now tell me, you say Panamanian.
Yes.
Are there a lot of black people down there?
Now, Panamanian was predominantly Panamanian. You have to understand something. Panama in 1894, we got independence from Colombia, so we were part of Colombia. We were part of Gran Colombia, and what people don't understand, the Gran Colombia was Panama, Ecuador, Brazil, and a few other countries. A few other countries make Gran Colombia, so all of us Colombia, but we all broke away from Colombia, and not Colombia in itself. But that's when I go to Colombia, they call me brother. Hey, mi hermano, ¿cómo está, hermano? Because we used to be part of the same thing. Now, when we broke up because the Americans wanted the Panama Canal and offered Panama $3 million for the Panama Canal. Well, no, they offered Colombia $3 million from the Panama Canal, and Colombia said no, because at that point you had French, Japan, China, and all of them wanted a piece of the Panama Canal, and they were giving more money. So the Colombians wanted to succeed from Panama, so the Americans gave money to the Colombians, and that's when the war started. And then we broke away from Colombia, and we created a country called Panama. And that being said, because it didn't have enough workers, because at the time when they started Panama, they brought American workers, and they kept on dying of malaria and diseases because of the flies and whatnot in the 1800s. They brought all the Africans and Jamaican people from the area. So Panama became really like a melting pot for people in the middle in Caribbean.
Yeah, I heard that Abraham Lincoln was trying to get African Americans to repatriate to the actual Panama or either Belize. He was trying to get them out there because at first they felt like Libya might have been too far, or Liberia might have been too far. Okay. Have you heard about that?
No.
But yeah, Abraham brought in some, I guess you want to say leaders of the black community, and he was trying to tell them that, hey man, you guys can have your own country. You guys need your own country, basically. And some of the actual black leaders got offended by that. But looking back on it, I'm like, damn, we could have had Panama or Belize. That might could have worked out.
But wait. Belize is Honduras. Belize used to be part of Honduras, and Panama used to be part of Colombia.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what the time frame was, but he was talking about maybe what they call Panama currently. But he was talking about either Panama or Belize, and he was trying to get. I think he was trying to give us the coal mines or something like that, so we can have some type of economic floor.
I would think it would have to be Panama because Belize was part of Honduras. Then England took it over. And then Honduras wanted to take it back over, but they can't because England has it. So Belize, to this day, Honduras is trying to take Belize over because they're saying that's part of that's their country. But they're under the English sovereignty, Belize.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool, man. That's another place I want to go. I want to go to Provincia or San Andrea, which is Colombia, but it's in Belize. If you have, that's where I think you should go next, man. When you go to your travels, it's part of Colombia, but they speak English. That's the only part of Colombia that doesn't speak Spanish.
San Andreas
doesn't speak Spanish. It's Colombia. It's part of Colombia. It's not in Colombia. It's by Honduras. It's two islands, Provincia and San Andrea. That's where the rich Colombians go to party, but they don't speak Spanish. Their national language is English.
Oh, that's awesome. I might go there, man, because I think I'm gonna extend my stay because I was supposed to be, having a good time this weekend, but they shut everything down. So I think I'm just gonna extend it for another week.
And the beautiful thing about this, and I tell people, if you ever want to go to Colombia, they have all the rules of Colombia. Wink, wink, if you understand what I'm saying. They have all the rules of Colombia, but they speak English. Their national language is English. Why? Because they were English colony that Colombia took over. So they were part of England, but they're like Jamaica. Everybody here is black. Everybody in San Andreas is black with dreads. So they speak broken English like in Jamaica, and everybody smoking the trees.
Hey,
So,
man, I'm definitely going there. You've sold me.
So now this is it. When you go to when you go to San Andrea, you're gonna think you're in the Caribbean as opposed to the Spanish country. But and this is the weird part. To go to San Andrea, if you're Colombian, you have to have a passport, and you have to go over with a passport.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to speak both languages. You have to be fluent in English and Spanish to go to San Andrea. That's the only country in Colombia that speaks English.
Okay.
And the black. And the black.
What do women look like out there? They good.
Think about it. They're Colombian and black. And they speak English.
Enough said, brother. Enough said.
And it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's all water. It's all water. It's San Andrea Provincia. There's 2 countries. There's 2 counties, like they say in Colombia. It's San Andrea and Provincia, which it's not in Colombia at all. It's by Honduras. But like I said, there used to be English colonies, and Colombia took it over, and they kept it English.
Okay, let me see if I can add this brother to the stream. Osama Abdul, you there? I see you got that. Okay, let me unmute your mic. Oh, because you there, brother? Osuma? I know he said he was having some trouble getting on.
All right, can you hear me now?
We could barely hear you, brother.
You know what? I don't know what the issue is because I'm on my phone and I'm hearing some background noise. So,
do you have on headphones?
No, should I put on my headphones? Is that better?
Yeah, try putting on some headphones.
Okay, yeah. Let me grab my headphones from my phone and I'll be right back. So just go ahead and go with the next.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate that.
What you sipping on, brother?
Oh man, you know this is weird, right? There's a cheap wine in the United States, but when you go to Colombia, I was in Cartagena because I love cooking. I heard that you're a chef too. I have the green culinary arts and business. But anyway, when I went to Colombia, I was in Cartagena. This same wine is $29 there, but it's $5 in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
It's $5 here, but it's $29 in Colombia. The weirdest shit. There's a I think it's Peruvian wine with dry climate. It's called Frontera. Costs $5.99 here, but it costs $29. Look it up. It costs $29 in Colombia.
Man, I want mine some little wine right now. I'm so tired of drinking, bro. I've been going hard, and these brothers want to keep drinking. I'm like, brothers, I can't drink every day with y'all. You know, I ain't 25 no more, bro.
True.
They're trying to get me to party tonight. And I'm like, brother, I will come with you, but I'm just chilling tonight. You know,
yeah.
That's what I love about traveling, man. You ain't gotta go hard every night. You know.
Well, I'm gonna be in Colombia in 3 weeks. I already got my ticket. I've already bought my ticket, so I'll be in Cartagena. And I don't know if I'm gonna be flying around. I want to fly because I love Cali. I love Cartagena. I like Barranquilla, but I have some friends in Cali I want to go and visit.
Now, I was booed up in Barranquilla. Does Barranquilla have like a nice little nightlife? Because we didn't really go out.
Oh, hell yes.
Let me tell you what my girl, the girl I was with, was doing. She was just like, I'm like, let's go out. I'm thinking we about to go out. She's like, you're drunk. Let's go to bed. I'm like, I'm not drunk. I had like one beer. She's like, let's go. But we did go to some restaurant on their little beach out there that was real nice.
What were you? Are you in the north side or south side? Where in Barranquilla are you?
I was on the north side. They said the north side's a little safer.
Yeah. That's where I was at. I was on 89th Street. If you're around 89th Street or whatnot, because I was staying in one of the hotels up there. On 89th Street, are you by the mall? There's a mall at 89th Street. Forgot the name of it.
I don't think I was by the mall. I was just in my apartment. They're doing a lot of building in Barranquilla. I was around a whole bunch of new buildings.
A lot of building. I was going to buy a condo up there. I'm still thinking about it, but I think I'm going to go to Cartagena. But Barranquilla, I love it because, if you've been to Barranquilla, the girls are shapely. They're not only thick and long hair, but they're shapely. Right. And at 6, 7, 8, look, anybody been to Barranquilla knows around 7, 8 in the morning when you're walking down the street, all the girls are running down the street because Barranquilla is hilly.
Right.
Up the street, all the girls are running, and you be cracking your neck at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot walk in Barranquilla around 7 or 8 in the morning without seeing like 3 or 4 girls running up and down, and man, you're getting a show for free.
Yeah, man, they are beautiful out there. I was looking at my apartment window over my little balcony, and they were just walking around looking thick as hell. And they got a very beautiful, very beautiful complexion too.
But this is it about Barranquilla. People don't understand, and I tell them, but people always tell me, "What's up with Barranquilla, girl?" I said, "Look, Barranquilla was settled by Arabics. So when you think about it, think of what's her name? The girl that's married to Kanye West. What's her name?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian. That's how they're gonna look because they're most Arabic. Like you do Arabic settled that whole area, so they're gonna be a little lighter. If you're looking at the black area, which is downtown, but most of them are gonna be lighter and thick. Don't expect them to be straight up and down. They're gonna be thick and curvy. And if you use the curvy with Spanish girls, you ain't gonna like Barranquilla because girls are coming at you thick and nice. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's funny because I was on the beach, right? And the girls I was with, they was kind of joking around because there was a woman on the beach, like, you know, a lighter complected woman on the beach with like a fake booty, basically, fake body.
Yeah.
And they're making fun of her with the fake body, but she can make fun of you with the fake hair. You know what I'm saying? But y'all all beautiful though.
Everybody's beautiful, man. I love Barranquilla for that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Man.
Would you get a apartment in Medellin or Barranquilla?
I'm trying to get an apartment in both, tell you the truth, because they're cheap. Like I said, I told somebody I have a guide. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my guide. I got a guide that shows you every apartment in the whole of Colombia, and the apartment going for 15 to 29,000. And you get a skyscraper. I got a guide of all of Colombia, and I got some friends that give me feedback on it. Medellin, because I know Medellin. I know San Antonio, Medellin. I've been to Santo Domingo, Medellin. I know Medellin really good. I was. Cartagena is more black to me. Like the black parts are really ghetto, but if you go downtown, it's pretty good. I don't like the tourist area for the simple fact that it's too pricey. When you go
I'm telling people, it's too expensive.
It's too the tourist area is real expensive. But if you go to the local area, it's real cheap. And I didn't know that because my boys came and scooped me up one time. I was at the clock tower. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm having a great time. You know, when you go to the clock tower and you go to all the clubs around there, you know, they're in the rooftop, right?
Right.
I'm the rooftop and I'm chilling. I'm thinking this is the life. And my boys came and got me like, nah, we got to go downtown. I said, downtown? He said, yeah, I thought I was downtown. It's like, nah, you're in the tourist area. We're going to go where there's no tourists. Man, I went to the downtown area and I felt like I was in Brooklyn. People are drinking in the corner. People are having Timbs on. And then we went and there was a strip full of strip clubs. There's like 8 strip clubs back to back to back. It felt like Amsterdam. Girls are dancing in the red light. And man, girls are freaking you out for like $15. It was crazy.
And this is in Cartagena.
This is in Cartagena, but this is the downtown Cartagena. Where there's no tourists. This is like where the locals go. There's not gonna be that many tourists. I went to one spot, there was all Venezuela girls in there. And it was crazy, man. And me and my boy, we dancing hip hop up there. Like, yo, and we enjoying ourselves. We acting a fool, of course, but this downtown Cartagena. So then I figured out that there's a place where the locals go and they enjoying themselves, and that's where I go from now on.
Okay. Yeah,
and
man.
It's reasonable. The prices drop considerably because there's no gringos around. It just drops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I spent a little too much money in Cartagena. It was funny, man, because I was with my little main chick from Barranquilla. We was out here, and we was walking by the clock tower, and I was seeing all the girls, and she just whipped me to the taxi real fast. I'm just like, boy, this girl's a trip. You're a trip, girl. I act like I didn't know what was going on, though. I act like I didn't know what was going on because I was literally the only guy out there, bro. It was like maybe 30 women walking around. I'm the only dude.
You know the weird part about it. You're saying that story, and I'm thinking about this story I had in my mind. I'm gonna let you guys in on it. So I'm dating this Venezuela girl, drop dead gorgeous. She has a master's in her country. She used to be big time in the politics. And I'm usually when I go out there, I was staying there for like a month this time. This is like a year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. I was staying out there for a month, and I had an apartment I was rented out for a while. But I'm messing with this girl from Venezuela. She's drop dead gorgeous. I mean, just drop dead gorgeous. Mm-hmm. But when I go there, I like to immerse myself in the culture. So we go into a lot of parties and hanging out. Nothing doing with tourists. Everything is party. Everything is local. And her girlfriend is drop dead gorgeous, man. Green eyes, long hair, booty, the whole nine. Her girlfriend just dropped gorgeous. So she has a boyfriend. So I'm not thinking much of it. So we chilling, hanging loose. So one day, my girl is working because she works at a restaurant. So her girlfriend calls me. I'm like, how the fuck she get my number? She calls me like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm at the crib. He goes, well, hey, come downstairs. We going out. I'm gonna take you out and we're gonna hang out. I'm like, what the fuck? So now We chilling. We go to the mall. She's buying me drinks, like hold up the whole night. Like, yeah, you should get with me. I'm a better girl. Blah 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 blah. And just at that time, my girl calls me like, yo, don't tell her I'm here. And then I just figured out this is why females don't want you hanging out with the girls, because everybody wants to steal an American. You're like gold up there. You fucking the prize.
And that's funny, man. That's exactly true. That's very true. Because she was doing the most, man. It's one thing to be, a little possessive or a little jealous, but she took it to times 10. I'm just like, yo, relax. You like,
exactly.
I'm with you right now. Like, she wants to come to Medellin. I'm like, no, you can't come to Medellin.
And that's
like, no.
And the weird thing is, to this day, we're cool. Me and that girl, she went back to Venezuela because she had kids in Venezuela. Me and the other girl keep in touch, and I'm going to Cap, and I'm going to Medellin, in 19 days. So I'm gonna hang out with her. But we've been in touch for like 3 years now. But what I'm saying is, girls really are super, super, super jealous when they have a good man. They're super jealous because they know every girl wants you, especially if American. You're black. What?
Man, I've been telling brothers the grocery store be like off the chain. You feel like you're a celebrity or something. Like I was asking dude. I said, man, why these women keep staring? Like, because in America, people keep staring. They think you're stealing something.
Yeah.
Because these are women that work in the store, right? So I'm like, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable at first. You're like, damn, this bitch really staring. So the guys, the Colombian guy is like, nah, man, they interested, man. They, you're a beautiful chocolato guy from America, man. They interested. I'm thinking he bullshitting, but he wasn't, because I went over there and I got the girl's number. So I'm like, okay, they all get down with it quick, bro. They love it. I can tell.
Yeah. Oh, let me. Well, before I answer your question, I must say what's up, Jamel Edward, man. And a couple of people on your chat, Mr. International, Jamel Edwards. Yeah, Jamel, I stopped. It got to the point that I stopped doing shows and being in people's appearances. For like a month or two, it got dark in this space. It just people started arguing with each other and whatnot. That's not my thing. I like to just travel. True. I like to travel, enjoy my drink, and that's it. I'm an older person. Mm-hmm. All I want to do is, in my life, I work in the medical field. I like making money. And when I got time, go and enjoy myself. And I want to see the best out of black people. Like they say, man, a rolling tide lifts all the boats. That's my thing. If I can help you out, please look me up. I like to help you out. But I'm not here to tear another black man. It's just it's not in my nature, not what I want to do. So I got off the spaces because of that. I mean, people tearing each other up for no reason. I'm like, dude, there's not that many of us in this space. Why can't we just lift each other up? But it seems like some people are crab mentality. They just want to pull you down for no reason, just because,
Yes, that's very true, brother. And they be in paradise with it. I'm like, bro, you in paradise and you beefing with people.
But going back to your point, man, let me tell you, I heard you say that in to Richie Rich, and I was laughing. I was like, yeah, because I felt you. I actually understood where you were going. When you say something and it resonate with somebody, they were like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I was in Barranquilla, I think like 2 years ago, because I go to Barranquilla for the carnival. I love Barranquilla is the best carnival in the world. Mm-hmm. And you were saying that earlier about which club. You got to go to the Turtle. There's one on 89th Street. There's like 8 clubs, and I have some on my channel where I had 8 clubs on there that are right on that strip. But anyway, this is carnival like February 19th of 2 years back, and I'm in carnival and having a good time. So I'm upstairs at the club, but the beer costs too much. They want like $6-7 for beers, and I'm Spanish, so my thing is like, yo, that's too expensive. Now, if you've been to Barranquilla, there's a place called Champions.
Okay.
It's a supermarket. It's called Champion. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going to pay $7 when I can pay 25 cents downstairs. So I was going downstairs, getting 2 beers and bringing it upstairs and drinking it one at a time like this at a beer. So, and I was getting fucked up on my 50 cents when everybody's paying like $14, $15 for it.
Right.
But every time I went to the store, like you said, the supermarket, all the girls were looking at me. And like, yo, who's that? And I'm feeling like, what the fuck's going on here? Because like you said, people are looking at you a little weird, but they're looking at you because they want to talk to you.
Exactly.
I'm drinking and I'm tipsy, and there's this girl, man, long hair, blue eyes, nice body, little waist behind, and I'm thinking this was way out of my league, so I'm not gonna fuck with her. You know when you see the girl that's real fine, so
I know where you going.
Yeah, she's the cashier. So there's like one cashier's over here by the food, the other cashier's over there. But I'm over here nice as hell. So I'm talking to everybody. Right? I'm like, yeah. So I came the first time and she gave me a little flow. She's like, yeah, how you doing? Everything else. And I'm like, why the fuck she coming at me personal when I'm just buying beer? So I let it go. So I went upstairs. I'm partying again. I came back downstairs. I need more beer, refill. Got more refill. Like, yeah, let me give you this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a little extra. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, she being so nice. Next thing, I go upstairs and come back downstairs. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going all in. So I'm talking to her. She's like, yeah, where you at? I said, I'm staying across the street at the Ramada Inn. I'm chilling, having fun. She's like, yeah, well, look, man, I live in the South Side because I'm staying. You stay in the North. You know where the North Side's at? The North Side, like on 89th Street, 79. She's staying all the way in the South Side. I don't want to go home, but if you live across the street, I'll come to your house later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? She's telling me she's coming to my house later. I said, this like a 2, 3 in the morning. So I'm like, yeah, you can come over. He goes, yeah, well, I'll come to your house. So I kept on coming back and bullshitting with her. Next thing you know, man, like at 8 o'clock, she came to my house and we were smashing by 8:01. I missed my airplane that day. I was like, it was crazy. And the weird thing, she was an older woman. She's like 32. No, she's like 35. She said she had a 19-year-old son who lived with his girlfriend, so he's never at home. She only has one kid. She goes, no, I hang out with you, man, because you funny as hell. And I was drunk as hell talking to her bullshit. And I'm telling you, this like 3, 4 in the morning. But 8 o'clock, she's at my crib knocking on my door. I said, damn, I love Barranquilla.
Yeah, man. That's like the ones in the grocery stores, man. I'm like, these women are straight dimes, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Beautiful. And be humble as hell and don't think they beautiful.
That's the thing that caught me because you know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming back from the US, so I'm thinking this girl has green eyes, blonde, little waist, big ass, and I'm like, you already got a man. What the fuck she's bothering with me? So I'm getting my drink on and I'm keeping it strictly professional. I'm like, yo, can I get my drink? She's like, yeah, oh, where you from? I'm like, I'm from the US. She goes, what? You're not from here? I'm like, no, I'm over here for the carnival. I do YouTube, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, because you speaking Spanish to her. She think you're from there.
Yeah, I'm Spanish. So I'm speaking Spanish to her. So she's like, you're American? I'm like, yeah, from the US. And next thing I know, she's telling me about, look, I got a kid, 17, but don't worry about him. No, you come. Next time you come out here, stay at my house. You don't need to stay in the hotel. It'll be an insult if you stay in the hotel. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. I said, look, man, I stay across the street, man. Why don't you come over after you finish? And I'm thinking she's gonna say, nah, I'm just going. She's like, okay, cool, I'll go. I'm like, what the fuck? All right.
Hey, that's what's up. Well, hey man, I ain't gonna hold you up no longer, bro. I was just doing a quick little show today. We got a little curfew out here, so I gotta make a quick play real quick. Make some moves, man. So
yeah.
we can definitely do another show sometime later, bro. I'll be out here.
All right, let me know. Well, you could ask Richie Rich for my number, whatnot, and get with me, man. I would love to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit you.
Because I'm going to Panama. I'll be in Panama next 3 weeks. I'm gonna be in Panama and Colombia, and then after that, I'm going to Santo Domingo for like 2 weeks. So let me know.
We got to hang out, man, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. What's the good if I stay in my stay? I'm in El Poblado right now. What's the good little spot I can stay at, like Laureles, or looking for like a little apartment?
I had a place and I just called her and she's remodeling. There's a place in Provenza that was perfect for you. Man, this woman is American. She lives in the United States. She gives you a Dropbox. So you give her $43 and she gives you the code to the Dropbox. You go to the house, you put your code in the Dropbox and the shit is perfect. Has a front porch, a back porch. It is gorgeous. Has a stove. It looks it just is the bomb, but you never see the owner, and she lets you do whatever you want in the spot.
Okay.
Man, I've been going there for 3 years and I've never seen the owner. All I know is I call her up. She gives me the Dropbox. I put I think the code is like 1, 2, 3, 4. You put the code in and the thing opens up. They give you the key. You open the door and that's it. I usually bring my friends, have parties. Now, there's a place up the street from right above it. There's a hotel that has 6 rooms. If you get the 6th room, you have the whole hotel to yourself.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is, yeah, because when I went there, there were some firefighters from the United States having a bachelor party, and they were jamming all night. I mean, I'm with this girl and they jamming all night. I'm waking up and I'm like, fuck this. These guys are going crazy. So I went up there and they were like, oh no, man, we're Americans, man. We're having a good time. We rented the whole hotel. You get the 6 rooms, you get the whole hotel to yourself. So now we just pay the doorman and he keeps everybody wait. Now the place comes with the swimming pool. So you get the swimming pool and all the rooms. If you have 6 people. That is crazy.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's the best. But I'm gonna hit you on the WhatsApp. I'm gonna get Rich to give me your number, bro.
All right, no problem.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace, guys.